welcome back to the channel, and this is going to be more of a video talking about the draft doc template that I made and what's the future plans for it and what am I doing for version 2 of this. So I'm jumping from version 1.0.3 right to version 2. I'll explain why I'm doing that instead of going through with version 1. As there's a few things that why I'm not going to continue with version 1. So, anyways, hi. If you don't know who I am Cream Panda, or also known as Cody. That's my real name. So, I am basically what the draft community, like Pokemon draft community, calls me is more of a doc maker, doc creator, doc wizard. Basically, I'm a doc slave. That's the best way to describe it. I basically go to other leagues and make their docs, or I fix their docs. So I'm currently working for IGL and Tech. I don't know why I say I'm working for because I don't get paid. I'm basically doing this without getting paid. I should fix that. Okay, now my service is going to be $1 now. I'm kidding. I'm still going to do it for free, but um, that's what I do. I basically go around and make and fix other league stocks. So this is why I made this template here. So this template, many people actually like it. There is still some problems I've seen, and people do complain a little bit with it or ask for something to be added. And so, of course, I listen to that, and I'm actually going to address those and fix them and add them. But I need to explain what's happening first, why I haven't actually worked a little bit, like I haven't released a new version of this, like 1.0.4. I haven't released that or anything. So I'm going to explain that. So let me explain here why I'm not even going to continue with version 1. So version 1, from what I'm seeing, is decent. It is passable. Notice how I didn't say it is the best. It is passable. It works. It just doesn't work exactly how I intended it to work. There's some stuff that I really hate. There's some stuff I really love. It's just all over the place. So I just decided just to remake it and say version 2 for it, because version 2 actually has some nice things I really do hope people enjoy, and it's more of an experiment. There is an experimental thing that I haven't seen any dog do just yet, and I'll explain how that works and explain what's the process of it if other leagues are deciding to use it. But I do recommend that you wait if you want to use the system that we're discuss after the doc is released, because I need to figure out if it will work, if like how it works exactly, because I who made it still don't understand the capabilities of it just yet. It's just an idea that I came up with, so I'm testing it, see if it works, but I don't recommend doing it just yet. Just wait a little bit. So let me explain here what's going to be the changes. So I'm going to just go through the version, this version right now, and explain what will be changed, and I'll go to version 2, show you. I'm not completely done with version 2. There's still stuff that I need to work on, but it's mostly done. There's still a few pages that I'm missing that I need to add, and I need to finish adding the formulas for all these sheets, but it looks good for now. Okay, so this is, no one cares about this. This is just information about this. So the rules here is changing. So I noticed that because I'm in DLC, which is Draft League Coalition, so I get to see other leagues' docs, which I recommend if you're a newer league owner to join DLC, because it's made for league owners to go to ask questions and to get feedback or that kind of stuff. It's basically useful. But anyways, I noticed with some of the leagues, because they use this template, that they don't really use the rules page, or if they do, it kind of looks bad, and they might not even use it at all and leave it, which is bad. It doesn't look good if you don't have any rules on your doc. So I decided to change it, make it look better, and there's going to be a new system that you'll see. I'll go over that. And so basically this is going to change, but it's going to still be there. Okay, so coaches, it's going to stay kind of the same information and everything, just a different look to it. A lot of this is going to look better. It's going to look cleaner because right now it just looks like bland. It doesn't have any personality basically. Roster, I do like this. I'm gonna make this to be an option. I haven't gone to it just yet, but this will be an option to have it look like this because I noticed that some leagues might actually like how this looks, and I personally do like how I made this. But there's some leagues that like it where it's more of a vertical list, which you'll see um, on the newer version. It's more of a vertical list rather than horizontal. Vertical list just basically sounds how it sounds. It's just a vertical list. It goes up and down versus horizontal, which goes left and right. But I'll make this to be an option to use this layout or the vertical layout that you'll see. Okay. This one I do really like. I like this one. I'm going to keep this, and I'm probably going to change the colors because the colors do look like it doesn't match well with the theme here, right here I'm talking about. But anyways, point tier list. This looks atrocious. It is horrible. I don't know why I made this. Like it works for what it needs to do, but like I don't know why I did this. Like I should never have done like allowed this to happen with a light gray background with white text. That is a sin that I committed and I am upset for it. So I changed that. It's going to look much cleaner. It looks much better here. Now standings. I don't have standings in just yet or schedule or playoffs, but it will change. I'm going to have it look much better. I'm probably going to have what I call cards. They're basically just boxes with like I'll have like a sprite in each box, and then they'll be scattered, and then it'll have the information in it. For like the player standings, I think player standings I'm just going to do a list, but with kill leaders I'm actually thinking of doing the card system, which will look much better, give it more uniqueness to it. Um, so there's that. Schedule, I'm probably going to make it an option to have it like this, or you can have it where it shows 1 week each week and it's automatic. So it changes automatically and it also changes your stat sheets as well. Your because I'm going to add more of like matchups in it, so it's going to update automatically. I need to write the formulas for that to make that work, but I do know how to do it because I do it for tech, and that wasn't actually that hard. It's just trying to get to do it constantly and having the right logic for it. You'll see later on. Okay, playoffs. It's going to stay the same, but it's just going to look cleaner and it's going to have more information. Like this is going to be playoffs, semis, finals. Basically, it's going to look. It's going to look the same, just going to look cleaner, basically. Okay, so match stats. So this is from Jonkins, which is using his APA template doc. I'm not using this actually for version 2. I actually made my own, and I had to explain a little bit for why the reasoning is for how it's made, but it's going to be different, and it's actually going to be more beneficial in a way in the long run. You'll see what I mean. But anyways, so that's that. So this is changing. Stat sheet template is also changing. I don't know why I did this, and I don't know why it keeps doing this for no reason. Like I don't have anything that's going past through these cells, so I don't know why it's doing that. So that's going to be fixed. But this layout is going to change. I don't really like how I did this, so that's changing and everything. Source page, you don't really need to worry too much about, except for I moved the configuration into its own sheet, so it's more convenient, because I do know that I do have it like closed there, and not many people understand Google Sheets, so they don't understand how to hide and show the columns. So I changed that, and there's a new system that I'm adding, which is experimental. You'll see. So here's the version 2 one. So this is the one I'm currently working on. It's not done yet. I'm about 70% done with it. So let me just go through here. So let me go to configurations first, so that will make more sense. So here's the configurations. I still need to add a few more configurations, but I just working along the way when I add sheets for it. So this is why it's bare right now. But anyways, so we have it into their own section. So we have Pokemon database. So this is all about the Pokemon database. We have the draft configurations. Hopefully, I'm not talking too fast because I just noticed I am. Um, so we have right here. I do implemented tiers. If I click on tiers, it's going to hide the point tier list, and it's going to open it's going to show the tier list. So this is going to actually, I need to work on this. I need to find a list that I can use to test this. Um, so there's that. But this is what it looks like. The point tier list also looks like this. It just has more tiers and point values instead of the tiers here. So there's that. But it looks much better as you can see here. It might change it a little bit to have where you see this gray, this dark gray color. I'm probably going to add it atop so it looks better, and also on the side over here. But for right now, it looks clean. It looks much better. I personally like this way better than the older one. Let me just put this back on points so I can show you what I mean. So points. So there's the points. Here's what it looks like as a final product. As you can see, there is a lot of rows I noticed, but I just added a lot just because I know some leagues might want to show all the Pokemon, and some leagues might not. It depends on what you personally think is best. But I just added a lot of rows, so then you'll have to do it. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so there's the tier list, basically. We have the amount of tiers. This works the exact same. You just put how many there is. There's going to be a max of 20 tiers that you can do. This is for the point tiers. I'm going to add a section for the tiers. So say like tier 1A is going to be how many points. Tier 1B is going to be how many points. Like that kind of stuff. Total points, you already know about that. This is newer. This is just saying how many Pokemon, like minimum amount of Pokemon a coach can have, and then the maximum of Pokemon that a coach can have. If you're doing static 11, which means only 11 Pokemon minimum and maximum, just put that in there. Just say 11 and 11. Then it'd be fine. Show Pokemon, just you click that. It shows the banned Pokemon. Coach data location. This is just saying, do you want it from coaches or do you want it from roster? But I'm actually going to change it just to be from the coaches. There's the roster. I need to clean this up to make it look better. Here's the coaches. As you can see, it looks slicker in a way. I still need to give it more color just to make it more lively. But for right now, it looks clean. It looks good. This is what it looks like. Using divisions, so you already know all this. This is going to be the default coach logo. This is going to be basically your league logo. How many coaches are there? There's going to be 16. The max is going to be 32. No, actually not 32. I'm going to make it 18. I think 18 is reasonable. It's either 18 or 20 that's going to be reasonable. But 16 for right now because that's default, and there's going to be a minimum of, I think I'm going to do maybe 8. Because I know some leagues like to do 8 players instead of 16. But I might go down to 4 just so then Speed Tours can use this. I don't know. This is changing. I need to delete this. You don't need to worry about this because I already have a system for it. You'll see. The template type. So this is going to be for the stat sheet. So I'm going to make multiple templates. And I'm also going to go talk to other leagues. Such as WPF, IGL, Tech. I'm going to ask them if I can borrow their older stat sheets, so then there's more variety that you can choose from. And then we're going to add one more here to give another variety of it. But you'll see what it looks like for default. Okay. And then now we can get into the rules. So here's the rules section. So I'm going to call this more like a rule creator. This is where you just create your rules. You just put your rules. So example here, I have in the general section, rule ID 1. I'll explain what this means. So you have to. So I named it dictator clause. So then I have the description explain what the dictator clause does and what that is. Now if I go to the rules here, you'll notice that it's going to appear here. So the ID here is basically the rule number. So the rule number you can use to reference the rule. Instead of saying the name or saying what it is, just say refer to general point 1 or something like that. It's best to have something to easily reference to something. So that's what the rule ID is, or the rule number. You can say whatever one you want to say. You'll notice there is a drop down here, and the drop down allows you to choose where you want to place things. So there's that, but the only thing is with the middle two. So right here, schedule and grace period, or grace. So these two only have 6, whereas the other ones have 12. The reason for that is because schedule and grace don't really have too much things for it. So I just decided to make it only be interchangeable between the two, because it would look weird it was if there was like supposed to be 6, but there's like 6 empty spots under it. Basically, that looks kind of weird, so I just didn't add that there. But it might change if I find something that's easier to do that. But for now, it's going to be like this. It looks better, like I said. It looks cleaner. Okay, so we have that. So you can just add the rules you want. It will make it easier. I also made it in here that you can change which one you want. So you can say, like, I want rule 1 right here. There you go. If you want like rule 2 there, you can just say rule 2 there. You can change them, you can customize it if you want to. Just change the ID to wherever you want it to be. So there's that. Let's go to the roster. So this is what I was saying. I still need to give it color and everything, but this is what I mean by a vertical list. So this is a vertical list opposed to the where is it? To the horizontal list. So I'm gonna make it to be an option to use either one, but for right now, I just have it to be vertical because it's the easiest one for right now. It's just like text and IGL's one. I'm just saying those because I know their docs the most. I don't know about WPFs, like how they do. I think they do vertical list. It might look similar to this. I don't know. But anyway, so we have that. So let me go to the... Okay, let me get to source real quick. So this is the schedule here. You don't need to worry too much about the draft Pokemon data. But here's the schedule. You'll be noticing there's some weird things here happening, and I'll explain that right now. So this is the part of the system that I'm creating. So this is going to change because I need to figure out what's going to be best to do certain things. But the idea is using what's known as a key value system. So a key value system, or just a key value data structure, basically has a key. That key is usually unique. So from there, you can have multiple data under that key. So multiple values within that key. So say, like your house key is your key, and that your house is the value. Only that key can access that value, or that house, right? You can have multiple keys, but it won't know which one, and it'll just obliterate the duplicates because it has to be unique. But so that's the idea here. So why am I doing it this way rather than just the traditional way? Well, the thing is that drops are annoying to deal with. Like, literally is the worst thing to deal with when it comes to a draft dog. You could say X and Y is worse in it, but literally, if you never worked on a draft dog, then you will never understand the pains that we have to go through, the staff that has to go through dealing with the draft dog. It is so tedious to deal with. So this actually eliminates that problem. So you may be wondering, how does that even work? Well, how it works is, if you go to the player data here, you'll notice that we have something called the ID. So this ID is our key. Everything else behind it, right here, all this, well, technically, yeah, actually all this is the values. So that means this, so when we call on ID 1, we were referring to all this stuff right here. So that's the nice thing. And then we can go off of what we need. So we can just say index, we can do index match sort, or index match combo, and we can say I want team name. So I'm going to say the ID is going to be 1, and I want team names, and it's going to give me team 1 right here. So what this does is, if I go to the coaches here, and let's say I change it to be Portland Mops, right? And I go back to my player data, you'll notice that it says Portland Mops. So what that does here is, if I go to, let's say, go to stat sheets here. You'll notice that it changes it for me. I don't have to do anything. Of course, most systems does that. That's not the point. The point is actually in the match stats here, because I changed this. You'll notice how it looks. This team name changed. This means that I don't need to have a showdown name to put in the data. I don't even need to go in and actually change the data, the showdown name or the team name, whatever. I don't need to do that because I already did that in the coach, the right here. I already did that. It does that everything for me. So that's how that combats the drops. You just have to change the data in here, and you don't have to do anything else. That's the system that I'm testing out. Some leagues might actually like this system and might want to use it. And this is when, like, how I said that you should wait a little bit until this releases because I'm not positive of the capabilities of the system just yet. I just thought of it because I program in multiple languages, and this one is going based off of JSON because JSON is more of a key value system or key value data structure. So then this is going based off of that, but I'm not positive what the capabilities of it just yet, or if it might explode or such. But for right now, from what it looks like, it is very promising. It works exactly how I intended it to work. It's just there is a few things that need to change for it. So there's that. And it's actually, I gotta say, this is actually pretty clever for me to do this. I gotta say, but that's just coming from me, and I was the one that made it, so that doesn't really say much. But it's so nice because I can just go to the coaches here, and let's say I want to change this to be my my Discord name, so Cream Panda 345. Okay, if I go back to my player data, you'll notice that it automatically changes everything for me, right? It's going to show it. It doesn't show it here because I don't have the coaches, but I need to put the coaches in. But you can see that it just does everything for me, which is so nice. It changes over here, as you can see. It's so much nicer to doing it this way because I don't have to deal with drops. I can just change the coach's name and everything's done for me. I keep saying that a lot, but like literally this is so exciting that I was able to get this to work because oh my god, I had to deal with so many drops because I am the doc slave for IGL and Tech, and they sometimes complain that something is not working because they forgot to change something. I'm not kidding you. Last season for Tech, which was SPDL, they had several drops and they were forgetting to change the names. IGL has so many drops one season, and I had to deal with that a lot, and I was so upset. But yeah, so there's that. This is going using Porygon's data, but this is actually using the Pokemon data. So you'll notice that it already has the matchups here already for you. So all you need to just do is grab the Pokemon data that's corresponding to whatever it is. And I have this color coded, so red is for the left side, blue is for the no, red is for the left side, blue is for the right side. I think I said that right, but I don't know. I'm speaking way too fast that I can't even comprehend what I was saying. But the green section is where you just put the Pokemon data in, and then there you go. You have everything done for you. It also gets the scores here, and it will automatically apply them over here. As you can see, that's there because I do have that stuff in here, as you can see. So there's that. So that's how this works. I'll probably make a more in-depth video of how this system exactly works and how to replicate it once I get everything figured out and test stuff with it, because I like I said, I'm not positive exactly how stable or like if it's going to explode on me, and I still need to finish making this because I'm not completely done adding everything in, like because you'll notice that I have this. Actually, I have this all in. I just need to go into the player data, and I need to put in the results here. As you can see, I need to do that here. So there's that. But yeah, so that's basically all there is that's changing. So far, it's pretty neat. This is actually the default one. So this idea is going off of text. I actually made this for them. Well, yeah, I actually made this for them. But theirs is going to be 4x3, whereas this is a 3x4. So I'm saying the rows and columns. Um, so yeah, so there's that. Oh no, it's actually column then rows. So it should be 3x4 for theirs, but this is a 4x3. Whatever, no one cares. But yeah, so that's this. As you can see over here, I have the matchups. I still need to work on this, make it look cleaner because it looks bland right now. And I don't know what is going on here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like a split here. I don't understand why it keeps doing this. Google Sheets is broken. It does things that I don't even understand why it's doing it this way. Um, so yeah, so that's really all there is that's changing. I need to add a few pages. I need to add this in. I need to make a manual for how to use this doc and everything. So there's that. And also, I'm debating if I really want to add this, but I'm going to probably add a sheet that has all the formulas explaining what they do and how certain things work. And it's going to be more of like a kind of like a database. It's hard to explain, but it's more of like a query. Like you can search something and it'll give you something. I was working on that a little bit for the older version, but I didn't add it because it was way too much. But I'm debating if I really want to do it for version 2, so it makes it easier for people to search something up. Also have formulas there because I know that some people might want to change how certain things look, but some might not. It depends. I have to see what's going to happen. But yeah, so that's all there is. So I'm hoping to get this done by the end of July. I just have to worry about my college work. I have to do that. I also need to worry about IGLs because I do license for them, and also my own league. Well, not my own because I do co-own it, but IHOPS. I also need to deal with the atrocious of ADBL because I did a poor job with handling that. So I need to take a break from ADBL, but that's going to hopefully start up again later on. But that was a we don't talk about it. But yeah, so I have to worry about that and everything. So yeah. Um, if there's anything that you need, really, because I even said this, or actually I put this in the older version over here. I even said this, but if you need something from me, at the bottom, if you need something from me, you can talk to me. You can message me on Discord. My settings is set to anyone can message me, so you don't have to add me as a friend. Just don't send me like links, because I will. If you send me a link, I will not respond to you right away. So don't do that unless if it is talking about a doc and I can clearly see it's talking about it's directing to a Google sheet, then I'll be fine with it. But if it's anything else, I will probably not respond to you. Um, it's just for my safety. So just if you do that on accident and you and I don't respond, it's probably because of that, and it's just because I don't like you. It's just I'm doing it for my safety. Um, but if there's anything else you need, like suggestions, feedbacks, and bugs, you can do this on the older version. You can say what you want to be added or feedback, or if you find a bug, you can do that here. I'll also be adding that for the new version once I get this finished right here and I release it. There'll also be a video guide that I'll make once I'm done with it that will explain how to do certain things and how to set it up and everything. And then going through the details of everything, basically. Okay. I will also, I don't know why that's there. That keeps moving for some reason, but right here, stat sheets and customization, I will be adding the function that I added for this one, where it says stat sheets you can create and remove. This uses a stat sheet template and creates the sheets for you. I'll be adding that, but it will be slightly different, and I'm hoping to make it a bit faster. Because I do know that it's slow on the older version. So yeah. So I hope everyone's doing well. This is also the 4th of July, so I wish all the Americans happy 4th of July. I think it's an American holiday. I do not know my culture that well. Dang, I am so bad. Oh my god. But anyways, I wish you a happy 4th of July, and I'll see you guys next time. So, bye.